Raphael Signs, a specialist in designing, printing, signage, all vehicle branding, 3D signage and window branding, indoor and outdoor signs. For all your banner designs and print, contact us for a free quotation on the numbers on your screen, or email or visit us at 91 Livingstone, Corner 8th Street in Harare. Raphael Signs, our portfolio speaks for itself.
Welcome to Ideal Pavers, where we offer a wide range of landscaping bricks, including Big Hexagon, Domestic Interlock, Domestic Dogbone, Industrial Interlock, and Cement Bricks. For more info, contact us on our numbers provided or visit our offices today.
Good morning, good day to you all. You are watching us live from our studios right here in Harare. This is Sly Media TV. My name is Shorai Murwira, coming to you with your favorite show, Women Rising to Fame, where we profile women from different sectors in Zimbabwe. If you are out there, you are a woman, you are out there, you are doing great, you are managing to climb the ladder amid this male-dominated society. Come to us, we talk to you, we profile you, you encourage other women who are out there. Today in the studio, I'm joined by a jeweler. She's talented, so talented. You need to listen and watch to this woman talking to you. Maybe you might learn one or two things from her. Her name is Bridget Mudota. Bridget, thank you so much for joining us in our studios.
Thank you so much, Shorai. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here, and hello to all our viewers today.
As you are seeing, guys, there is a rack of different beauties that you are watching from here. She's the one who made all those. Bridget, can you tell us a little bit, how did you start this business of making jewelry?
Thank you very much, Shorai. Maybe I would want to start by saying, never say never in life. That sums up my story. Growing up in Chiredzi, I never thought I was going to be involved in making jewelry. And also after high school, I trained in mass media at the Harare Polytechnic. And that was my line of thinking, that I was going to end up being someone working for the media. It never occurred or dawned to me that one day I would be making jewelry, and we call it chuma, kutunga chuma in Shona. That's how I viewed it. Growing up, I knew this was a trade that was done by mostly, and forgive me for that misconception, I thought it was a trade that was done by women in rural areas, widows, very poor people, very uneducated people. So you see, these are some of the misconceptions I had. So how did it start? There's a friend that I met at church, and then she encouraged me to come to her house here in Harare for training. I tried to run away from here for several weeks on end because I just didn't like the idea of making jewelry. To me, we go back to the term kutunga chuma. I thought I was now going to be a nganga or someone educated as I am. I thought to myself, wrongly though, that I cannot be seen to be doing this trade. Yes, I had left my professional job and I was looking for something to do, but I was so worried and so angered by this friend of mine who was inviting me to come and do this very lowly viewed profession or trade. So that is how it started, Shorai.
Okay, thank you so much, Bridget. You say that you are someone who's well-educated. You reached the tertiary institution, the tertiary stage. So I would like to ask you, Bridget, what do you have to say to young people who are out there, young women who are out there, who are struggling to make ends meet amid these economic hardships?
Thank you very much, Shorai. Young women are at my heart because I also have daughters. But what I am realizing now, the young women of today are growing up in an environment which is very different from the environment that I grew up in. Young women are faced with a lot of challenges. There is the challenge of lack of jobs, employment. Of course, most of the young women now, we applaud them for going further with their education. I see a lot of young women in universities. I see a lot of young women pilots. You know, I see a lot of young women, camera women. We used to call it cameramen at school in journalism, but we also corrected to say, no, it's not only a man, it's called camera people. So I'm so happy that most of the young women that we have, in spite of these challenges, they are taking up their education very seriously. Although there are a few though, that need encouragement. What we should know is that education, formal education, is not the end of it all. Of course, I'm not encouraging people to lose school before they finish, but once you realize as a young woman that maybe there's no fees in your household to help you to go to secondary school or to university, do not lose hope. There is always a life afterwards. This is where skills like jewelry making, like sewing, like baking, I'm glad these are coming back today in our world today. We used to look down upon fashion and fabrics at school. I myself, for example, I did not even like it. These people who were put in these classes that were so technical, people that were considered not well blessed in terms of academics. So for today, young woman, please rise up and start doing anything that you can, as long as you have got your hands and the body that the Lord gave you.
Thank you so much, Bridget. Hansi, young women rise up. But Bridget, we are having cases day in, day out in Zimbabwe, cases of domestic violence, and the victims of domestic violence, most of them are women and apologies, and girls. Do you perhaps think that this is being caused by the fact that most of the women are dependent on their male counterparts?
Thank you very much, Shorai. This is a really difficult question to ask. Why are we having domestic violence? It's a two-pronged solution, I think, or two-pronged cause. Initially, I think domestic violence is also rising because of the fact that the woman in today's world is also facing the challenges that the whole world is facing: lack of jobs, dismissal from jobs, lack of income projects, and so they are not bringing any money to the household to help with the gentlemen. Initially, our culture, for example, here in Zimbabwe, if you got married as a woman, that was the end of your troubles. Your man was supposed to look after you, what you eat, where you stay, and everything else. But things have changed. Society has now changed. Women are supposed to also come aboard and help in household incomes. But what happens is that most of the challenges that we are talking about today, women are equally losing their jobs. And if your man is working, for example, he starts looking down upon you because you are not bringing anything worthwhile to the household income. Hence, the fighting starts. Domestic violence can also be caused by lack of knowledge amongst our women and young girls. They should also be knowledgeable about what it is that is called domestic violence, so that at the first sight of trouble, they take action or they look for advice from relevant organizations, for example, that look after the interests of women here in Zimbabwe. And then it will be a very good thing for them to prevent domestic violence before it gets out of control in their households.
All right, now I would like us to talk about these beauties. How much do you make per month?
All right, roughly, it also depends with, anyway, I started this project about 4 years ago, especially during COVID time. That's when it was very popular, because remember the rules then were stay at home.
Stay at home,
stay
yes.
at home, stay at home. So we also realized that most of the people took up these crafts, like cooking, like baking, because we couldn't spend 24 hours at home and the next 24 hours
doing
without
nothing.
doing anything. So people were challenged. Even where I stay, Any piece of land that was idle has been turned into a garden. Gardening was so therapeutic as well. Remember the stresses that we're going through during
Yes.
COVID. You hear that someone that you know passed on, you were with them yesterday, so you're not sure whether you also have the
Whether
virus.
also
You start
contracted the virus,
self-diagnosis.
yes.
Yes. So it was
Remember.
such a stressful
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
And for me, jewelry making became a panacea, like a solution to that. I would just not mind about going out of my house, because once I have my beads, I have my everything that I wanted. I would then make necklaces, make bracelets. Then it was the challenge that we had during COVID was just lack of access to markets, because we were also not allowed to go out of our houses. Sometimes we would run out of raw materials, which also means the shops were closed. We're not allowed to go out of our households. But at least over $200, $300 a month, it was a figure that would also say for beginners, it's something that was sustainable.
Okay, how about now?
At the moment, the market is very depressed.
Okay.
Household incomes, disposable incomes in Zimbabwe are a bit on the low side. We also understand the economic challenges that we're going through. People are losing jobs. There is lack of food. Food is expensive. So the industry that I am in is a luxury product industry. Okay. So my target customers are women. Women are the very people that have to make decisions about what is supposed to be eaten by their families in a household. So every woman with their salt cannot buy a necklace ahead of a 5 kgs pack of Millennium.
Okay, Bridget, you spoke about your education. You said that you attended a high tertiary institution. You are also doing jewelry crafting. Are there any other noticeable changes in your career?
All right. Yes, like I indicated earlier, I went to Harare Polytechnic to do a diploma in mass communication. Then I worked for the Ministry of Information, Post and Telecommunications. Then I moved to do public relations. Okay. And maybe there's one thing that I would want to share with our viewers, especially parents, regarding forcing their children to do some of these courses which are of no interest to them. So my mother, when I finished my A-levels, I had 8 points that year. And 8 points during the previous years would qualify someone to go and be a doctor, a lawyer, and whatever they wanted to do at USET, University of Zimbabwe. That was the sole university. But during my time, the check-up point was raised to 14 points for the arts subjects that I was doing. So I couldn't go to university. And then I wanted to repeat in order to add my points, but my mother said, no, you are supposed to go to college. We do not allow girl children to be at home and not do anything for the whole year. So go to college, to Harare, you stay with your cousin and you do what we call this course called mass communication. I never interacted with journalists, for example, in my life. So I didn't know what was involved in that course, but I went through the 2-year course. But as I matured into my profession, I realized that this was not really my interest. So I went back to give my mom a certificate, my diploma in journalism, and then started doing things that defined me. Yes, up to MBA level at USET.
Wow.
So it's not very good for parents to force children. We need you to guide us, but do not force courses upon us.
Okay, thank you so much. That's Bridget Mudota. We are having here in our studios in Harare. This is Sly Media TV. Right now, tisati taenda kumberi rekaitimbo-tengesa.
Raphael Signs, a specialist in designing, printing, signage, all vehicle branding, 3D signage and window branding, indoor and outdoor signs. For all your banner designs and print, contact us for a free quotation on the numbers on your screen, or email or visit us at 91 Livingstone, Corner 8th Street in Harare. Raphael Signs, our portfolio speaks for itself.
Welcome to Ideal Pavers, where we offer a wide range of landscaping bricks, including big hexagon, domestic interlock, domestic dog bone, industrial interlock, and cement bricks. For more info, contact us on our numbers provided or visit our offices today.
Welcome back to our program. This is your program, Women Rising to Fame, and your host, Shorai Murwira, right here in the studios, from our studios, Sly Media TV. And today I have Bridget Mudota. Before we continue with our program, we have a winter promotion. Let me take this opportunity to tell you about our winter promotion. We are saying, come to us with your videos. You are advertising your products, advertising your business with us. A 30-second video, we publish that for you when we are doing such programs and other programs that we do here ku Sly Media kwedu. You give us a 30-second video. The conditions are that you give us 5 minimum videos. You pay us $100, then we publish for you. Tokutengeserai. Bridget, welcome back. Now let's talk about these beauties that you have. How much do you sell these beauties for?
Thank you very much, Shorai. Maybe before I answer your question, I would like to highlight the fact that most of us here in Zimbabwe, if you check out the streets of Harare, for example, and other cities, I agree, things are happening. There are a lot of people who are using their hands for a living, right? By New Lands shops there, I see crafts people. Some are using stone, some are using wood, some are using beads like we do. The greatest challenge that we have realized affecting most of the people who are in the crafts industry or handmade industry or self-employed, you are baking your cakes, you are making sewing clothing, the biggest challenge is pricing of products.
Okay.
So what did we do about it? When I started into this industry, there is a certain lady who was running a group for women who are in the crafts industry called Inga Creative, Dr. Mazrita. Okay. She would ask each one of us, especially during COVID, we were on WhatsApp, we would then group and then tell each other, teach each other every day about various aspects of running a business. The topics that we would include, for example, pricing your products, how do you start your business, how do you go to exhibitions, how do you lay out, display your products, how do you share knowledge with others, how do you advertise your products. We're talking about advertising here a few minutes ago, Shorai. Yes. This is also very important for craftspeople. Most of us, we are not yet into it. We do not see the importance of advertising our products. Advertising is very critical in all its forms, whether it's print or it's electronic media, or even today we are so blessed to have social media amongst our circles. So it's very important for anyone who is into crafts, who is into their own business, to have a Facebook page for what they do. For example, we are not saying we should take all the applications that are there, be on Instagram. You end up being a jack of all trades and a master of none. So we encourage even to start with a Facebook page or even a WhatsApp business page where you put your products. And photography is also very important. Now we are looking at organizations like yours that are in the electronic media industry. Maybe you could also help us a lot, especially these crafts people, in order to do their business in a more professional manner. There are so many times when we see, even on WhatsApp, someone is posting a product as simple as a bunch of vegetables. But as soon as that picture is on, people will start asking, what is it? Because there is no name of the product, there is no price, there is no contact detail for the person who is selling those beautiful winter hats, for example. So people end up asking, and when they ask, remember the challenges of WhatsApp, you are not always available on WhatsApp, so you are not responding to customers in time. So there's a lot of information, a lot of things that we need to share with entrepreneurs. When I do this project, I was trained to make what we call basic jewelry. A basic is just like this. I will just have beads and a thread, and I'm taught how to we call it stringing, to put beads on a string or in an elastic, like this is an elasticated one. So this was the training that I did. I could only make a bracelet, a necklace, and a pair of earrings, very basic. These are the things that I have done now. This is a purse. It's normal. It's very popular with the AMA 2000s. It's something that they can take and, put your lipsticks and tampons or those other little things for the ladies. These things I was not taught during the basic training program that I did. But sometimes we are saying when you get the basics of any industry, it's up to you to continue learning as well. Improve your skills. So what have I done? I go to YouTube. I also try to find out how to make a bag, how to make a hat, how to add value to an ordinary t-shirt, how to add value to an ordinary hat, for example, so that when you sell it, you can sell it at a price that is higher. And then you make a profit, yes, than an ordinary product. Because if all of our customers, they want value-added products at the end of the day. So these bracelets are very popular with women, professional women, for example, young women, both old and young. You know, the challenge that we have in business as well is, if you were to ask me, Shorai, who is your target market? Oh, that question is always very difficult for most of us to answer, because you just make your bracelets in the dark. When we look at marketing, you are supposed to have what we call a buyer persona. Okay. This typical woman who should wear this, I should be able to describe her. So I can say she is a working woman. She is between the ages of 20 to 45. She loves to spruce herself. She loves to look good. She is a wife, or she is a grandmother, but a very professional woman. She loves to look good. This is how I would describe my persona, the person who is likely to buy this product. The same way I tried to say this, it would be very difficult or odd for us to see a woman of my age having this little purse here, because one, it does not appeal to my interests. As a woman of my age, I've got a cell phone, I need a notebook. As someone who is in business, it cannot fit in here. But for some reason, the AMA 2000s, they would gladly take this and use it.
Yes. They are calling them sling bags.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much for that. Yes, sling bags. So they come in different sizes, but they also insist they want it small. I remember arguing with one customer to say, why can't we make it bigger so that you can put in your cell phone? Because I know everyone has got a phone on them every time. And the challenge that people have faced is for us to forget our cell phones, because they're always in our hands. So sometimes when we leave a certain place, it could be church, it could be in a combi, you forget it. But when it is in your sling bag like this, it makes it easy for you not to forget. But then the AMA 2000s, they are just saying we want it as small as it. We just want to put some few items, we know them.
So what's your inspiration? You said that this on these sling bags you were not taught, you were never taught to make them. It's something that just came as you were going with your creativeness. So what was in your mind when you were making these bags?
Thank you very much, Shorai. When we get into this business of crafts or handmade products, there is no way that we can excel without getting some inspiration from somewhere. So one, you also have to keep up to date with the trends. Just Google handbags trending 2024, because you do not want us to continue making outdated products that do not have customers. That is when we end up saying, no, I don't want to do that because it does not sell. I tried that, it didn't give me money. But customers, they love innovative things. We all do it. When you go to the supermarket, we don't want to buy the same lotion every time. As ladies, we need to have some lipstick. Maybe this one is stay on, this one is whatever. So we need variety, we need choices as customers. Naturally, that's how we are born as customers. So when you get into business, even those that are making cakes, the wedding cakes have evolved over the years. They are becoming so beautiful. For those, I heard an aunt of mine saying at some stage, I would like to go back and remarry and have a wedding, because the types of gowns that you young women are wearing these days, they are just outside, out of this world compared to what was worn in the 1970s.
Yes, that's true, Bridget, and they are evolving. We saw upside down. Okay, now let's talk about these necklaces. I don't know if that's the right name to call them. Can you tell us a little bit about these?
Okay, thank you, Shorai. So, the United Nations, maybe that's where it's all going back to. Yes, got some Millennium development goals, goals to end poverty. Okay. Goals for self-sustenance. Maybe I cannot name them all, yes. But poverty eradication is one of them. Yes, these guide us, these Millennium Development Goals will guide us in terms of projects that we can do as organizations, as governments, or even as individuals. So, in the world today, what is trending is environmental protection. Yes. There is a lot of fighting about preservation of the environment. So we also realize that even the packaging of our soft drinks has changed from bottles to plastics. Because plastic is yes, sure, right. It's biodegradable. So even in terms of our beads, we are not spared as well. There is a movement towards wanting to wear jewelry that is has got something to do with protecting the environment. So these ones are beads that are made of glass. If we throw them into the waste basket, they will always be like this until 2041 or beyond. But these ones are made from paper. So besides preserving the environment, reducing waste in the environment, we are also training women. I trained myself to make paper beads. Wow. It's a very simple process, but you make beautiful beads. You can actually color them. If you want this to be red, it can be red, or you mix it the way you want it. What is needed is just creativity. So we are also training women. We are training in schools. Remember the new syllabus that is there, that is talking about colors. They are expected to make something in schools. So these are very readily available materials in the environment. Any paper from old magazines, from old newspapers, we can turn it into this beautiful jewelry. Wow. So this is one of the things that I also do. I train others in order also to uplift those that are not empowered, especially women.
Wow, that is so interesting, Bridget, and thank you so much for coming to our studios. Before we let you go, we have those that are watching who might want to get in touch with you. Probably they might want to be trained on jewelry making. Where do they get in touch with you?
Thank you very much, Shorai. I'm in the process of trying to look for a place where I'm able to train my customers and able to interact with them. But for now, I'm based in Gletwin in Harare. And those that would want to get in touch with me, maybe I could give them a WhatsApp number, seeing to it that most of the people consider WhatsApp very cost-effective, yes, compared to making phone calls. Yes. So my WhatsApp number is +263 712 264 523. And the name that I use, that I love now, is Bridget, the jeweler. And always on point.
Can you take the number again?
+263 712 264 523. Bridget, the jeweler, always on point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you for gracing our studios today. Murgona nasitaka chena. Makachina mu studio mune jewelry. If you want to be trained, if you want to get in touch with her, just contact the number that she called out to you, or the number that is appearing on your screen right now. My name is Shorai Murwira, your host for Women Rising to Fame, where we profile women from different sectors in Zimbabwe who are managing to climb the ladder. Let me also remind you of our promotion. We have a winter promotion where we we are saying that you bring us your 30-second video, we publish that for you, we sell your product, we sell your business for you. But the terms and conditions are that you bring us the minimum of 5 videos, that is $100. Then you choose how you want us to publish or air your advert on our different social media platforms. Thank you so much. Until we meet again next time.
Raphael Signs, a specialist in designing, printing, signage, all vehicle branding, 3D signage and window branding, indoor and outdoor signs. For all your banner designs and print, contact us for a free quotation on the numbers on your screen, or email or visit us at 91 Livingstone, Corner 8th Street in Harare. Raphael Signs, our portfolio speaks for itself.
Welcome to Ideal Pavers, where we offer a wide range of landscaping bricks, including big hexagon, domestic interlock, domestic dog bone, industrial interlock, and cement bricks. For more info, contact us on our numbers provided or visit our offices today.